Welcome everyone. Happy New Year. For me, the new year is, well, it's almost 12 hours old already. So, for all of those who've already celebrated or on their way to celebrate, Happy New Year. May 2026 be even better than it was in 2025. I am feeling that 2026 is going to be the best year ever. So, where are we? Well, I'm still running my finger-friendly Auradin, where we got the Air of Perdition with crit strike chance. We have the Shroud of False Death. We have Dawnfire. For me, this is becoming, when I try to move away from Dawnfire, the build doesn't quite work as well. Dawnfire is a must for this build. On the pants, we've got Disobedience to give us a little bit more armor. Armor stacks for damage. This is a maxed out one. And here the Sanctification was on all stats. We have Wild Bolt. I'm not sure that this is not the one that I need to end up with. I need to change to something else, because this is arbiter duration and that means nothing. We got Doombringer. This is just pure survivability, but it does give us, it was attack speed that was sanctified. A wonderful thing. Not perfect, but you know, better than a kick in the ass. We got the Indomitable, which gives us more armor based on our block chance. Right now we're up to 252, and the Disciple skills now weaken. Well, we're not running any skills, so it doesn't matter. We got the Holy Punishment, and here we've got crit strike damage and chance to make enemies vulnerable. This is quite important because we do need a methodology of making enemies vulnerable. And I put on the Starless Skies, and this is mostly for the attack speed. Our attack speed is not quite at 100%, at 88. When we take our potions, then that becomes over 100. So this is the really only reason that we're using Starless Skies. And we got the Herald of Zakarum. We could change away from this, but it's working fine. It gives us increased strength, resistance and armor. And currently, oops, where are we? So on our Paragon board, our castle glyph is giving us 1100 multiplicative damage. So just to come through the board, we've got Diminish in the first board, and mostly for the damage to elites. The other damage is nice, but it's mostly for the damage to elites. So the castle board, I have Challenger, which gives all the bonus to the normal loads, and there's a lot of strength in this board, which gives me a lot of damage. Then I put Spirits in the Relentless board. I think everybody's got these two boards. They're just no-brainers. Every 2 seconds, while moving, and for 2 seconds after, you deal 80% multiplicative and 30% cooldown reduction. And here I put in Spirits. This is one of the boards that there's a little bit more willpower than others. So here I've got Spirits for the crit. So in the Beacon board, I have Exploit. And again, the Exploit is for the vulnerable damage. Then coming to the last board, I've got Control. increase the damage to crowd control, and this board is Preacher, which gives us an increased attack speed. And this is important because the attack speed does give you a significant damage boost. Now, Macro Boy has a good explanation of how that works, so head across there and take a look. So we have Advance, we have got no skills. On Guard is maxed out. Well, it's not maxed out, but it's got 10, it's 100%. And we have 1 into parry, maxed out the riposte and discipline, maxed out in fanaticism up into rite of vengeance, maxed out defiance into rite of prayer, maxed out holy light down into rite of judgment. Holy light's active instead judges enemies and its cooldown is reduced. We got longevity and renewal. The best defense and fortitude. We have consecration up into hallowed ground. Righteousness. All these other points is coming from the shrouds. Iron sharpens iron. Break the line. And heavyweight. Shining armor, giant slayer, and sacred arms. And I think I'm going to move away from. We have chance to ignore damage, so I don't think we really need this. So we'll put that into Master Craftwork. Instead, I think that's a much better. We don't have a two-hander, so, and the only reason he would take this is because of a two-hander. And here we have Coat of Arms instead of the Exaltation. It stacks with your armor. My current damage bonus is 114%. So this is damage while fortified, and we're fortified 100% of the time, so that's a no-brainer. Increased damage to vulnerable. We don't have any in cooldown reduction because we really, in this build right now, we just don't need it. Healing received, and we could take points out of here and put them somewhere else, but it's a case of, well, do I really need it anywhere else? Blocking restores 2 faith. Well, I've got a point in here, but I don't really need it. And to be honest with you, right now I'm not running consecration, so I can take these 3 points away. But the point that, you know, where do I put them? so that's the build as it is right now. So right now I need to run some a Forgotten Wisdom to get me the XP. The XP well. And then I will take my medicine. Now, if you're hearing there's a lot of roadworks outside, so you're hearing bang, bang, bang all the time. So now we just exercise our Paladin by having him jog all over the place. And voila. This is what you get. I can see that. I'll just go around here. Take up the bloodstone. So this is by far the easiest build. Oh, I do need to run through everything because this is about the XP well. So we need to find the XP well. And there it is. And that's it essentially. We'll open the chest right when we're here. We'll take the GA to the ring, and that's it. We don't need to do anything else. We're only after the XP well. Like last season, I would used to complete it because you get another Nightmare Dungeon at the end, but this season you don't. Excuse me. I've been left with a little bit of a throat ache. Cooldown reduction, strength. New. Now, just to give you an idea, let's run an 89. It can run a 99, but it just sort of takes about 6 minutes or so. So here we are. So everything's going down. As I say, it just takes a little time. But for being a build that it's essentially 0 buttons, it's not too shabby. We'll leave these ones alone. We'll go get the rest of them. And I need to kill absolutely everything. So you see, there's no button pressing. All we're doing is exercising the Paladin because we don't want him to get fat. So this is why we just run around all the time.